Hello and welcome to Daily Drives. Today we'll be looking at the 2017 Lotus Exige. So I hope you enjoy and let's go into it. So here we have the Lotus Exige S. This is a fantastic sports car. It's a 67 plate, so 2017, but it is still a current model of Lotus, so it's relevant to 2019 models as well. If you come round to the front, the whole slope, the presence of it is just fantastic. With that massive radiator grille on the top, it looked very mean, especially if you're following the car. If you come along, you've got the hard top, which is removable, which is another great feature of Lotus. And then you've got that beautiful rear wing on the back, which again sets the car off very nice. And you've got the side air vents there, which you can also get in carbon fibre if you like. And then you've got the multi-spoke wheels with the AP racing brakes, which I can definitely say stop you very well at high speeds. And it's definitely, you can tell it's suited for track use. It will perform fantastic on track if you're ever thinking about taking it on there. Very wide in the rear compared to the front, which I really like. And this metallic black paintwork with a red stripe, I really think this car's spec very well in my opinion. Come round to the back, you've got the 3.5 litre supercharged engine, which produces around about 350 horsepower, and then you've got obviously 0 to 60 in about 4 seconds and about 180, just under 180 miles an hour top speed. And I can say it sounds absolutely great. The tone of it's very deep, which you would expect, I guess, from a Lotus. And you have got obviously inside a exhaust button and things, which I'll show you later. The boot's not too big. It'll fit things like a couple of overnight bags. Definitely, shopping and things if you ever go out in it. Not really suitcases, so for long journeys you might struggle a little bit. You have to pack it in there very well, but I'm sure you'll get round that. Storage nets there for everything. You've got the tyre inflator kit around the bottom as well. I think oil and everything's accessible, really easy to maintain. And obviously Lotuses are pretty reliable. If you come into the inside, you've got a large seal to step over, but once you're in, it's great. You've got the leather door panels with the Alcantara and the red stitching, which again sets this car off. Very nice. Electric windows. This is the 6-speed manual. The ratios are very sporty, so it's quick shifts basically. You've got the bucket, carbon fibre bucket seats, which in my opinion they're great, especially for a larger person like me. I fit in perfect. Obviously there's a technique to get in, but once you're in, it's fine. It is very basic inside, which you would expect, I guess, from a Lotus. It's more of a track toy, but everything you need is there. This has got the 7-speaker system in there, but it's not got the radio, so that's an option, but it has got the speakers, as you can see. So you would just need to add a radio, a couple of storage compartments for your phone and different bits and bobs. You've got your hazards down there, your gear stick, which looks great in the aluminium. You've got your sports button down there for your exhaust, and then I'll come round to show you the bits later. But you've got the aluminium frame, which I can tell you it's very basic as such, but it's and for 51.99 it's it's a bargain. You have got aircon and heater in this as well, which you can get removed. It has got the mobiliser, so you've just got to make sure it's unlocked before you, recently unlocked before you start it. You've got like I said, climate controls, things like that. You have got a digital display there as well. If I turn it, I'll turn it on in a second. There we go. You can see the speed. It is in kilometres, but I'm sure you can get that changed. You've got the time on there. You've got obviously the rev counter, your fuel gauge. So you've got everything you need, and especially for track use, you're going to, you're not really going to be needing much. You just the RPMs and your speed. It's got 259 miles on this one, so it's it's brand new really still. I do love this car. It's, you know, the look of it, the feel. When you're out on the road, you can tell it's very raw, and it's a driver focused car. The sound of it, like I said, is great. You've got your sport modes there, your OPM. So you've got comfort, basically, sport and race, which does if you go into sport, it does change the exhaust note as well. And if you go into race, it does take the traction control off, which I don't necessarily recommend, especially in this type of car. And you've got your light controls down the bottom too there. So you've got everything you need. It's a very basic car, but in this sort of car, it's something you would, come to love. It's very light, very nimble. There's no power steering, but when you're moving, it's fine. When you're parking, yes, it's a bit of a pain, but I'm sure you'll soon get used to it. Yeah, it's not something you're going to miss with how light it actually is. And everything's easily accessible. The sports button, the controls are there. So there's a lot to try and mess about with if you do get one of these cars, and especially if you take one for a test drive, I would try all the settings out before you go on to buy one. The steering wheel is nice. It's a bit thin for me, but you can get your hands around it perfect. Like I said, you can see the engine bay from the cabin, which you can see all the parts moving and things, which is another great thing to do. You can see the seal there. Once you're in, you're fine. It's a bit of a technique to get in and out, but once you've done it a couple of times, I'm sure you'll pick it up. There's a couple of options this has got on there. You've got the sports exhaust, which look absolutely fantastic. You've got the premium sports pack, the convenience pack, which gives you a couple of extra features. Convenience pack, things like aircon and things like that. The sterling black metallic paint, which I said earlier, is one of my favourite that Lotus do, especially for the Exige. It looks great. You've got the rear parking sensors, daylight running lights, like I said, and the 6-speed manual with the ratios. It's just one of the better cars for track use. It's one of my favourites. You've got things like the obviously central lock-in, which is standard, which you would expect a car to have these days. Overall, it's a beautiful car, something I would definitely recommend if you're looking for a sports car like this. So I would definitely go and consider one if you're looking for one. Thank you for watching. More coming soon. Please comment and subscribe, as we are getting more and more cars coming in. So thank you for watching. More coming soon.